Welcome on back, everybody, to another video. We're doing a quick sponsored product review of the Dreo Arctic One tower fan. So we'll be going over a quick unboxing, go over some features and functions, and then come on back for a quick wrap up. So I hope you find this informative. Thanks as always for all the support. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hey folks, so we're here for an unboxing of the Dreo tower fan. So we're just going to quickly unbox, look at whatever's included in the packaging, go over some features and functions. I'm going to test it for a few days, and then we're going to come back for a wrap up and final thoughts. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're just going to take these little straps off. Get those done. All right, so inside we just have some basic foam cushioning, the unit itself, and then it looks like we have a few little accessories. So the first one looks like it's 1/2 of a base. So I'm going to assume that this is the other half of the base. Yeah, it sure is. Looks like these just pop right in place. Create a nice little base unit for the fan. So we'll set that aside. And in the back, we have your user guide and warranty information. So it has just your warranty, a QR code to scan and hop online quickly to get that warranty information and get that registered. And then I imagine that it has the product description, feature and functions in here as well. So we'll check that out a little bit later. I'm just gonna try to gently take this out. All right. Pretty easy so far. I'll get that stuff out of the way. I imagine this just lifts right on off. Sure does. This is the unit itself. And I imagine that this bottom piece just drops right into the base. It looks like it will. I might have to take the base apart though at the bottom and reassemble it around the actual device. This base unit, as you saw in the unboxing, comes in 2 pieces that just snap together. Once you're done with that, you just want to come to the base of the unit itself. This is going to drop into place. Just like that. This little red assembly bracket, you just put that on the very bottom. And let me just give you a quick view of what that looks like. Give it a turn so it doesn't fall off. So it attaches right to the bottom there, and then you just spin it on till it's tight. The power cord plugs in right here at the bottom. So we're just going to drop that down. and then we'll plug it in and go over some of the features and functions. Get it plugged in there at the bottom and then into the wall. Oh, and there's that beep saying we're good to go. Let's get a good view of this. This is the remote control for the unit itself. Basic functions, power on and off. Plus and minus are for the fan speed. You got a menu button, a mute button, a little arrow showing back and forth rocking kind of motion. I imagine that changes this side to side motion of it, and then a timer to set it for auto on, auto off kind of time frames. Let's go ahead and power it on. And I'm going to step back from the unit so when we do power it on, we can hear from an average distance on how loud it is. I have a pretty powerful mic, so I don't want to be right on the unit when we're testing the quality of sound. So sound levels start out at 1. Extremely quiet. Now I can feel the air hitting me from here. So it's still blowing decently, but it's very, very quiet. Let's go up to about halfway. We're on 6. Still pretty quiet. The wind coming off of it is enough to kind of make my shirt flutter a little bit, to give you just kind of an idea of the power output. Let's go all the way up to 12. Now I can hear that. It's not an unreasonable level, but I can hear it. It is really, really pumping out some air at this point though. I'm never going to need it at that level. So I'm going to turn it back down to about 6, about halfway. That's a nice breeze that it's given off. And I'm going to test the swing function here. So that's at a 3. Pretty wide angle that it goes to. Now obviously if you had the bass positioned differently, you could just sweep it across your entire room opposed to it facing your wall. But you would have to just move the bass around a little bit here. Looks like 4 is the highest setting on that as far as the back and forth kind of oscillation. So let me widen that. To a 4. And that should give you a pretty large radius. I think it's 120 degrees. Wow, even at 6, that's blowing really nice. I'm going to use this in my studio for a couple days, just test it out. After that, we'll come back with some final thoughts and go ahead and do a wrap up at that point. So I'll see you guys then. All right, we're back for a quick wrap up. I just want to go over a couple things about the unit, some highlights, pros and cons. First and foremost, I think the airflow is probably one of the best pros that I found while I was testing the unit out. You can actually really feel it all the way across the room, even in a large room. So it has 1,475 cubic feet per minute of air volume that blows out of it, quite a bit. Speeds up to 26 feet per second. And the air can travel as far as 32 foot. So definitely can cross a room, whether it's a big or a small room, and provide it plenty of airflow. It's very silent, very, very quiet. The only time it gets to a point where you can hear it from across the room is if you have it cranked up all the way to 12, its highest setting. But even at that, the sound is as low as 25 decibels. So very, very quiet, even on high speeds. The design of it's very, very good, very high tech. They're using a stepper motor with an airflow design and built-in trackballs. So it lets it achieve maximum precision and noise reduction at the same time. Very wide oscillation angle, so it's 120 degrees oscillation angle, and it's very easy to adjust that with just a click of a button. You can adjust it to 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, or 120 degrees. It has a really unique design called a Bezier curve. It's an airflow path designed to create a higher air pressure, smoother airflow, and less resistance. And that's what allows it to go so fast, push so far out across the room, and be so quiet all at the same time. So I think those are all the pros. Cons, really didn't find a whole lot, to be honest with you. I tested it for several days, both in my recording studio and in my living room. And both of those have like a high cathedral ceilings. And even in an environment like that, even on low settings, I was able to feel a really nice cool airflow all the way across the room. So for me personally, I didn't find any cons to it. So I would give it a 10 out of 10 rating. And that's going to go ahead and wrap it up, guys. I hope you found this video informative. Thanks again for all your support, for the likes, subscribes, for clicking the bell and following along with me. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.